All right, fourth time is apparently the charm. Lisa Davis here with Crunchy, and I've been invited on by the wonderful Dr. Laura to share with you a little bit about makeup and safe makeup and the importance of using safe makeup and some ingredient education. Ingredients both to avoid and ingredients to seek out. So thank you for those of you who've hung in there. I think we've got it sorted out. Please give me, hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up or a hands up emoji if you can hear me, if you can see me, if everything sounds good. Oh, thank heavens. I think we're going to be okay, but I'd love to see Dr. Laura's weighing in and saying we're good, and Bree says yes. All right, excellent. I think we've got it. I think it was that Duo Live that was messing us up. Yay, awesome. All right, so I'm going to dive in. So we talked about that okay, perfect. So basically, I had a long search for safe makeup, and long story short, I knew the makeup I was using was not good for me and not good for my body, and definitely not good for my daughter who was getting into my makeup. So I wanted to look for a safer, better option, but I wanted one that performed. And 2.5 years ago, I found just that. But just to back up a little bit, most makeup out there falls into one of three categories. It's either just basically toxic, full of toxic, harmful chemicals, or it's greenwashed, meaning it sounds all healthy and safe and wonderful and good for you, and maybe there's one or two good ingredients in the makeup, but actually it's still filled full of toxic chemicals, but it's greenwashed, so don't be sucked into that. Or the third category of makeup available on the market today is clean makeup, the makeup that has a very good ingredient list, but the performance is not there, all right? And the makeup that actually I was using prior to Crunchy was completely toxic because I wasn't willing to compromise on performance. And it was loaded with toxic chemicals and endocrine disruptors, which you obviously want to avoid because anything that disrupts your endocrine system can really throw your hormones out of balance and is just not good for your body. And long-term exposure to these harmful toxic chemicals, also not good for you. So I was just so grateful to find a makeup line, Crunchy, 2.5 years ago, that I know and I trust and that performs and is 100% toxin-free. So Crunchy, let me tell you a little bit about the company. It was created almost 3 years ago by two determined women out of Palm Beach, Florida, moms and business owners, and moms just like us, and they truly wanted to find safer makeup because they'd switched over everything else in their household to safe products. So important to avoid those endocrine disruptors. Yes, Dr. Laura. And they switched over everything, but they couldn't find safe makeup that performed. So it took years, but they created their own line of makeup and now a little bit of skincare called Crunchy with an I. And I know it's an unusual name, and it stands for a woman who is smart, conscious, and beautiful. Hey, Callie, welcome. Callie's a dear friend and supporter of both doTERRA and Crunchy, and they really do go hand in hand. So I'm so thankful to Dr. Laura for inviting me on today to share what I know with you guys. So Crunchy has a blacklist of over 1,300 toxic chemicals that it will never include in its product line. And it meets European Union standards for safety. And if you go to my website, crunchy.com/Lisa Davis, we have an extensive, very complete list of those harmful chemicals that the company avoids. And we even have research studies linked from those chemicals that we have listed. And we have a full explanation of what that chemical is and why it's harmful in the body, okay? Because as we know, the skin is our biggest organ, and everything that we apply, much of what we apply to our skin, up to 50% can get absorbed into our skin, all right? And women use up to 130 unique chemicals every day from their products. Thank you, Dr. Laura, for posting that. And you're welcome to go to my website and look into these harmful chemicals, see what Crunchy bans on its blacklist. And the website has also just more extensive information than that. And, we also believe in full transparency. A lot of companies will hide their ingredient lists. Ladies reach out to me all the time and they're like, well, tell me about this product. Is it safe? And I look on the website or I look in the package. If I don't see a complete ingredient list, I cannot approve that package. If they're hiding, if I only see key ingredients, 5 ingredients listed, or there's not an ingredient list, associated with that product, I just say avoid it. You shouldn't have to do heavy duty digging and research to find out the product list ingredient list for a product. Thank you, Dr. Laura. Yeah, that's an awesome list. So, basically we believe in full transparency. So if you go to my website and you're looking at a particular product, every single ingredient in that product is listed right below that product. So every ingredient in that product is listed right below. So if you say, for example, well, I have an allergy to X, you can go on the website, you can look at the product, look at the ingredient list, and you'll see if you can use it or not. Every ingredient in our product is listed. Crunchy has badges for every product. I know this is going to be backwards. I think I can turn this ship around, maybe, or not. Hang on one second. I did it. Okay, so Crunchy has badges that are associated with every product. Our ingredients are made with a mix of mostly organic and natural ingredients and a handful of safe synthetics. We choose the safest ingredient, whether it be natural and organic or safe synthetic. Our products are either vegan or vegetarian. They're proudly made in the USA. They're cruelty-free, gluten-free, 99% non-GMO, consciously packaged, thoughtfully produced. So let me flip that around for you. Okay, I think I did that. All right, hopefully. So they're absolutely wonderful, and I can't believe how much thought and effort the company has put into the makeup. They've just thought of everything. So that's basically it for Crunchi. You're welcome to, for background on the company, and they just continue to innovate, and they continue to put out new products and tools and brushes and wonderful, wonderful things. And I'm just so proud of the company. So when you're doing, I'm going to show you it's like my 5 or 6 minute face. It's what I do most mornings. I want to look put together. It's going to take a little bit longer because I'm going to be chatting about, the ingredients in the products and what to avoid and what to seek out. But definitely this is my 5 to 6 minute face and how I look put together in the morning. So I like to start with a clean, moisturized face. So I wash my face every morning and every night, regardless. I really make it a point to do that. And then I moisturize my face every morning. And we do have a wonderful moisturizer, Daylight. And what I love about Daylight Moisturizer is that it is designed, so 2 pumps, okay? So it's designed to work with our primer and our foundation, and I just smooth it on and it just soaks right in because I have pretty dry skin. But actually the products are designed to work with oily, dry, or combination skin, which is like a miracle. So it always works for every skin type, and everyone's always amazed that it does, but it does. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay. Kelly says, love Crunchi. Savvy Simon says, I may have missed it. Is this a US-based company? Is there a Canadian warehouse? Great question. Great question at this time. So basically, right now we're a US-based company. We are definitely looking to expand, into other countries. We're looking to expand into Canada for sure. But right now we are focused in the US. Yep. So, but definitely message me because we can work things out to ship to Canada. We can work out details of that for sure. So our Daily Moisturizer contains aloe vera, jojoba oil, sunflower seed oil, and acai berry for smooth, hydrated, soothed skin. And I just use 2 pumps of the Daylight Moisturizer. Lasts about 2.5, 3 months or so. And my skin feels amazing. So I give it a second to dry. And then I follow that up with your sunscreen of choice. Crunchi is working on an amazing facial sunscreen. They actually were about to release it, and then they got in a small batch initially, and they realized that it wasn't meeting their high standards. So rather than release a product that wasn't up to their standards, they said, no, we're going to wait, and we're going to make sure that it's perfect, and then we're going to release the sunscreen. So I was really proud of the company for making that difficult decision. It wasn't easy to do. Callie says, I have oily skin, it works great for me. I love hearing that. I feel like, especially if you have oily skin, especially if you press it into your skin, it really just helps control that oil all day. And if you're dry, hydrates your skin. And if you're combination, it does both. It's kind of amazing. So I've let it dry for a second. I follow up with my sunscreen of choice if it's morning. Then I use the primer. I love this primer. Everyone loves this primer. I call it spackle for your face. And you don't know that you need it until you try it. And then you're like, oh, this is what was missing from my life. Yes. This is why Crunchi and doTERRA they're like this. They're like peanut butter and jelly. They go hand in hand. Not going to release it until it's perfect. And it just makes me so proud of this company and doTERRA. So I do 2 pumps of the primer, and I just apply it right with my fingertips. So I just apply it right, and I just put it everywhere. And I actually use it as my eye primer as well for my eyeshadow, because we are going to do our eyes. Forehead, underneath my eyes for sure. Super hydrating. Okay, so this is what primer does. Spackle for your face. Basically, it helps the foundation sit perfectly on your face, fills in every fine line. It's totally true. It's PB&J. They just go together. So it fills in every fine line, pore, wrinkle, texture, anything you want to fill. It smooths, it blurs, it's amazing. It feels so wonderful on your skin. And it's got those fabulous ingredients. It's got rosehip oil and jojoba oil and aloe vera, all the good stuff you want, none of the bad stuff. So let's talk about the bad stuff for a second. So in a lot of primers out there, you're going to find polyethylene glycols, you're going to find ethoxylated ingredients, you're going to find fragrance. There's fragrance in products. And synthetic preservatives, which are all nasty endocrine disruptors. And none of that is needed. All you need in your products is the good stuff. And our primer and our other products are actually preserved with plant extracts, which makes me very happy. Yay for plant extracts. And it's a very effective preservative system. So 2 pumps of the primer. I give that a second to settle in. And then I'm going to pop in, I'm going to do my concealer and foundation. So everyone always asks me, they're like, Lisa, what comes first, what comes second? It's like the chicken and the egg, the chicken or the egg. What comes first, what comes second, the foundation or the concealer? I like to say really it's personal preference. I really like to start with concealer first, and then just go in and cover up what needs to be concealed, and then I go back in with foundation. So I'm going to take our lovely concealer brush, and our brushes are all numbered on my website. Dr. Laura says, love the primer, changed my life. Oh, for sure. It's life-changing, for sure. Now, if you're like a very light makeup person, or maybe like a lighter look, maybe like a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer, you can mix. This is such a great hack. This is like the best beauty hack on the planet. In fact, I did this today when I just wanted a wash of color. You can mix the primer and foundation 1-to-1, and you get a little light wash of color, so you've got something on your face, but you're not fully committing to a full face of foundation. So I'm going to go in with the concealer, and I'm able to color match ladies pretty much through Facebook. I have a really good track record for color matching my clients. So I'm going to go in, and I like to, and this is the Light 02 concealer. I'm a pale person. I can actually get away with the medium concealer as well. So I apply it with the concealer brush, and I like to bring it down just a little bit more onto my cheeks. And I just blend it in, press it in with my ring finger, which is the lightest finger to use. And I like to blend it down a little bit, just so you don't look like you're just concealing underneath your eyes. And I need it because I have mom bags and mom circles. Thanks, Dr. Laura. I know, I'm as a makeup person, and I'm not a makeup artist at all. I'm just someone who loves makeup, but I love learning new tricks. So I'm just pressing it in. All right, you can already see things are lightened up, circles are concealed, and you don't have to have kids to not sleep well, okay? Because, maybe the dog barks at night, maybe anxiety keeps you up, and there's like a million things that can disrupt your sleep and give you sleep that's not ideal. And so we all need concealer in our lives. Now, the concealer has tons and tons of those beautiful oils that we love, like jojoba oil. It also has a giant dose of vitamin E, and vitamin E is amazing at warding off dark circles. So over time, you can actually see a little bit, your dark circles look a little bit better, because if you're consistently using your concealer, that vitamin E is really, really going to help keep those dark circles at bay, which we love. I also like to put the concealer anywhere really for me where there's redness. I do have rosacea. It is vastly improved since I started using safe, toxin-free makeup, but I definitely still have, some redness in my skin. And you can see how that's already lightened and evened things out. So that's the concealer. Love that. And so then I like to set with the setting powder. And you guys, this setting powder is it's pure silica, and that's all you need. I always laugh when I look at ingredient lists for other translucent powders, and they're like 20, 30, 40 ingredients. Oh, I love that question, Savvy Simon. What do you say when someone says Beauty Counter is similar to Crunchy? I like to say about Beauty Counter that it's an amazing step in the right direction. I did, in fact, try all the products before I went with Crunchy, because I wanted to compare for myself, and I wanted to have that, I really wanted to know what the, what the difference was. And what I found was that the price point's actually a bit higher for a lot of their products, but more importantly, they choose to use a few ingredients in their products that Crunchy absolutely does not, such as phenoxyethanol, which is a really bad skin irritant, and I actually can't use anything with phenoxyethanol in it because it really irritates my skin and my eyes, as I discovered, unfortunately. So they choose to use some ingredients in their products that Crunchy avoids, and also I've truly found that the performance was not there. So although their advocacy work is awesome, and they're an amazing step in the right direction, and they definitely blaze the trail for green beauty, I feel like there is room to improve. So that's my honest opinion, but I have a lot of respect for the company and the advocacy work they do. So moving on to the setting powder, I'm going to tap a little bit into the cap, and a little goes such a long way. A word about how long the products last. They last a long time. This is an investment in yourself and in your skin and in your health, and it's worth it to get the good stuff. The powder is going to last you 8 months, 10 months, maybe even a year. Foundation, 3 to 4 months. Also could be longer depending on how long you use it, how often you use it. Primer about 3 to 4 months. Oh, thank you, Savvy. So just a little bit in the cap, and then I'm going to pick some up with my absolute fabulous, oh guys, you know what? I forgot my foundation. I got so carried away that I forgot to apply the foundation. I can't do the powder yet. My goodness. All right, back up a second. We're going to go in with our gorgeous, gorgeous Flawless Foundation. and the flat top brush. These two things, you guys, are everything. All right? And if you're wondering about what to start with, I always suggest the primer, foundation, and flat top brush to begin. Okay, so what you want to do first, no, but we can chat. We can chat about ways to get crunchy to Canada. There are ways. I've done it before. I had a couple clients that figured it out, so there's definitely ways. So I'm just shaking up the foundation really well. We do not have synthetic stabilizers in our foundation, okay? Crunchy won't put synthetic stabilizers in our foundation, so you really want to give it like a really good shake to make sure that it's shaken up really, really well before you apply it. I can't believe I almost forgot this step. So what I love the most about the foundation is that it's got vanilla, so I do 2 pumps. Yes, absolutely. We can figure this out. We will not let a country's border be a barrier to getting y'all some crunchy. You need crunchy in your lives, ladies. So I'm going to do 2 pumps on the back of my hand. Ladies use anywhere from 1 to 4 pumps, just depending on how much coverage you want. And I'm going to pick up a little bit with my finger. And I like to work in sections, all right? So I'm just going to apply some just like that and working quickly in sections. Take my flat top brush, which you guys, if you've never applied your foundation with a flat top brush, this is actually life-changing. I am not a makeup artist. I always I'm like, seriously, I'm not a makeup artist, but this makeup makes me feel like a makeup artist. I just feel like I know what I'm doing and it looks really good all the time. I can't, it's just how it is. So I work in sections because it dries quickly and also kind of sort of keeps you working in one area at a time. And I like a light coverage look. You can absolutely layer more for more coverage, like 100%. But I like a light look. I do not like to look made up. I just like to look like I have nice, even skin. Let's see, find a way, love greedy girls and finding a way you're awesome. Oh, thank you, Dr. Yeah, message me, guys. Message me or comment below if you have questions. I know we can figure out the Canada thing. So you can see I'm just gently pressing it in my skin, just pressing it on, patting it. And the foundation has the most amazing scent. It smells like vanilla cupcakes from vanilla planifolia extract. Right? How amazing. You put it on, it smells like you're baking vanilla cupcakes. You just want to lick your face. I know that sounds wrong, but it's true. It's incredible. Okay, so that's one side. You can see how much I have left. I can literally get away with 1 pump, but I wanted to show you how full coverage it is, so I'm going to do a little bit more. Yep, it smells so good. It's like vanilla planifolia extract in there. Now, I will tell you that that's the only scent, and it's not like a scent. It's like it's not like a fragrance. It's just like natural scent from the extract. And it does dissipate. So if you're sensitive at all to any kind of scent, even natural and organic, I'm just gonna put a little bit on my eyelids to serve as the rest of my primer. So if you're at all sensitive to scent, it does dissipate in just a minute or two. Also, just don't put it like underneath your nose. Just use concealer instead. Callie's laughing. Oh my gosh, Callie, I adore you. So you guys, look at that, like so even, so pretty. I'm just gonna do a little bit more. And you can see I bring it down onto my jawline because we never want to have that foundation line, right? We just want to have that even skin tone. That's it, done. So I just and you know what, guys? Full confession, I've done this in my car. Like I've actually applied my makeup in my car. Now that I've got my foundation set, and by the way, and look at how much is left. You guys, I totally wasted like a pump of foundation. This was 1 pump of foundation, okay? Ridiculous. I really didn't have to use so much. The coverage is so good. So now that foundation and concealer are set, now what I need to do is I have to set this beautiful makeup. The primer helps keep it on your skin, but after a little while, things will start to slide around, especially on a warm or hot day. So you definitely want to take a moment and you want to set the makeup with our beautiful translucent setting powder, which of course it's just that one ingredient, pure silica, and I take our spectacular loose powder brush. And if there's a brush to start with, it's definitely the flat top foundation brush. But I love the loose powder brush as well. This is just absolutely fabulous. So I'm gonna swirl and tap, right? Kind of like the Bend and Snap. What was that movie with Elle Woods? What was the movie? Legally Blonde. You know, like the Bend and Snap. I do like the swirl and tap. Hopefully someone remembers that movie. And I just literally press it on, right? So this is just keeping the makeup on your face. Hey, Michelle. And I bring it, of course, down my jawline onto my neck because that's where I brought the foundation to. And I'm just pressing it on. And then I like to take our gorgeous, this is our number 4 brush, angled brush. Tap a little more in the cap. Tap off the excess. Dr. Laura says, love that. Legally Blonde, thank you, yes. Love that movie. And it's actually, this is the perfect, and you can just use the loose powder brush, but this is actually the perfect size to work around your nose to set the makeup. And I love putting the powder like on my eyelids because that really keeps that, plus a little bit of the primer and maybe some of the concealer foundation, keeps the shadows on your eyelids all day. And there's no creasing, there's no nothing. It's totally amazing. I love that there's no creasing when I do that. So the makeup is just incredible. Okay, so that's the loose powder. And by the way, in a pinch, it's a fabulous dry shampoo. And I'm going on day 3 here, so speaking, this is the voice of experience here. I had to bust out the dry shampoo, i.e. crunchy translucent loose powder. All right, so next step, so the setting powder, again, it has pure silica. So I laugh because I've seen these other, loose powder, loose powders from companies that have like 20 and 30 ingredients in them. And I'm like reading all these awful ingredients. I'm like, nope, just one ingredient needed, pure silica. So the next step is after setting your makeup, I kind of start at my brows and I work my way down. That's just what I do. Yes, Team Dry Shampoo for life, especially during Tarabogo week. Oh, yes, ma'am. Stand all day at a summer southern outdoor wedding. Love that you can use this dry shampoo. Yes, all of our products are like multi-use, multi-duty. Like I want them all to perform more than one thing. The brushes do more than one thing. The makeup does more than one thing. The bronzer does like 3 things. It's amazing. I'm actually going to start with bronzer and blush, and then I'll work from my brows down. So this is our Brilliant Bronzer, Healthy Glow Bronzer. One color does it all for every lady, no matter what your skin tone is. And again, it's like a wonderful inset cap. Oh, Ileana, I'm not sure. Maybe just hop out and hop back on. I'm not sure why you can't see the video, but hopefully you'll be able to see it if maybe you hop on and hop off and hop back on. You can open up the inset cap, reveal a few holes, tap the powder into the cap. That's actually way too much. I'm gonna grab my beautiful bronzer brush, okay, shaped differently than the loose powder. Pick up some of the bronzer. Again, I tapped out way too much. This bronzer is like, a little goes a long way. We don't wanna, we wanna look sun-kissed. We don't wanna look like the 80s are calling, right? Yeah, definitely. I know, Ileana, you were excited to see this video, so for sure, try and hop back on. All right, so I'm going to apply in the shape of a 3. And I want to share with you something very, very special about the bronzer, too. So shape of a 3. So what I do is forehead, cheekbone, jawline, all right? So really kind of working into the hairline, and then right underneath the cheekbone, carving it out, and then underneath the jawline. So forehead, cheekbone, and jawline, all right? And I'm gonna do a little bit more because you know what? Bronzer is life. Bronzer is awesome. We love bronzer. So hairline, underneath the cheekbone, jawline, hairline, underneath the cheekbone, and jawline. And you can see all of a sudden I've got definition, I've got a little bit of warmth, easy peasy. No problem, you can always go back and watch the beginning. It's just a little bit of ingredient education, a little background on crunchy. All right. So, and I just do a little bit here to kind of blend everything. And so you can see I've got warmth, definition. Bronzer is really important to have because when you do makeup, you become sort of 2-dimensional and one color. So you have to add in, that's why we do contouring with bronzer, because it adds in that warmth and adds in that color to our skin that we need. So the second step in our very easy peasy bronzing is blush, contouring. And I chose the shade Palm Beachy, which is a little bit bold for me. But really I love, if you're looking for just an everyday color that's perfect, I love Crave and Royal Flush. Crave is shimmer and Royal Flush is matte, right? So I'm gonna take, once again, see double duty, triple duty. I'm gonna use our angled, number 4 angled brush. And this is perfect for blush as well, but you can also use the bronzer brush for blush. So this totally does double duty. I just love this because I can get a really, kind of a nice angle with the blush. Callie says, just started using bronzer, love it. Oh my gosh, I love that bronzer. And I'm gonna tell you something. I've used this as eyeshadow and I've also used this to make a bronze lip, okay? So I did lip balm and then I patted on, no, I did nude. What did I do? I did nude lipstick. I patted on some of this bronzer, and then I topped it with our clear gloss. And it was the most gorgeous, bronze lip you've ever seen. Perfect for fall. Okay, so I'm gonna take some of the blush and my angled brush. Oh, so glad, Dr. Laura. Tap off the excess. You're always gonna see me tapping off the excess. And this is a bold color for me, so we're gonna see, we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so just like a check mark. So I applied the bronzer right here, sort of like underneath, carving out my cheekbone. And the blush is gonna go right on top. So give it some space, don't go too close to your nose, almost like a check mark, right? And then, because I'm all about blending and I don't wanna see a line, I take my loose powder, thanks Callie, take my loose powder and I just blend that towards my hairline, and you can see how pretty that is. So that's it, 2 levels. All right, so now other side, and again, this is a very bold color for me, so bold color choice, but I love it. So again, just wanna do that check mark, okay? Is the bronzer shimmery matte? Michelle, the bronzer has a bit of a gleam to it. It's not matte, it's definitely not shimmery, but it's got just this lovely subtle gleam to it. I love it. So you can see I'm just blending it out towards the hairline. Okay, now if you are super, super fair and pale, like if I color match you and you're like a fair 01, you can actually bronze successfully with blush. So you would just take the blush like up into your hairline, you would just take it down here, and you can actually use the blush as bronzer. I learned that too. We have a makeup artist on staff at Crunchy, thank goodness, because I'm not a makeup expert, and she taught me that. All right, so now that we're done contouring our face and bronzing and blushing, we're gonna go on and we're gonna do brows, eyes, and lips, and then we're done. So you guys, thank you for hanging in there. This has been so much fun. Keep asking questions. Ooh, I wanted to share something about the bronzer. I almost forgot, and about the blush. So the bronzer, the minerals in our bronzer and in our other powder makeups are EcoCert certified. Crunchy goes through a very rigorous testing process, so we're eliminating any unnecessary metals in our products. Minerals for pigmentation of our products come from the earth, but there are also naturally occurring impurities like lead, aluminum, and mercury. And nobody wants that on their skin because then it will be absorbed right into your body. Because as you know, a lot of what you put on your skin is absorbed into your body. So most mineral makeup contains these impurities, so you really want to be careful with the mineral makeup you're choosing. EcoCert certification tests for 13 different impurities. So I know that these impurities are eliminated from my products, and it just gives me such peace of mind knowing that I don't have to worry about those impurities. Yay for EcoCert certification, and yay for Crunchy for making that extra effort for us. So in terms of my blush, one ingredient I wanted to highlight in the blush is that it's made with argan oil and certified organic argan oil, and I absolutely love argan oil. I think it actually does beautiful things for my skin, and I love that it's in my blush. And I have so many clients who reach out to me and they're like, you know what, every time I use bronzer or blush, my skin tends to react and break out, and I'm like, back up, pitch that stuff, and let's get you switched over. And they say even the big difference they notice, even just from using our blush or our bronzer, they're like, wow, my skin has cleared up so much. And I'm like, yes, exactly. It's incredible. It's seriously incredible. Like what our companies, the lengths that they go to make sure the products are pure. I want to talk about our eyeshadows for a second. I'm going to fill in my brows really quick. And I'm going to actually use Faux Suede. I'm going to go for a bit of a drama look with my brows. And I use our dual-headed brush. This is one side is the brush and one side is the precision angled, hopefully you can see that, precision angled liner brush, and then the other side is a brow brush and lash brush. All right, so I'm going to just groom my brows, just brush them up and out. All right, and I've noticed I didn't complete what Michelle's so funny. I know, be sure to order on the Mystery Host event, Michelle. Okay, yes, you do need the bronzer in your life for sure. So now that I've brushed my brows, I'm going to pick up some of the shadow, and really the word of the day is tap off the excess. That's pretty much, or you can just draw a little line to get rid of that excess. So I drew a little line on my back of my hand. Oh yes. And then I just gently, now this is a darker color. It's actually one of the shadows that I use for liner as well, because Crunchy products do double, triple duty: eyeshadow, liner, and brow filler. Demand more of your products, ladies. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in my brows. Love that dual precision brush for brows and liner. Oh, Pamela, I know, and you look gorgeous rocking it. Yes, Mystery Host. So you can see I'm just filling it in. And I just noticed that over the years, I've definitely lost a lot of hair in my brows, so it really just helps. And this will stay all day. This will not go anywhere. So before, after, right? Just filled in. Natural looking, amazing, filled in. So I'll do other side. Okay, so full disclosure, one side always turns out better than the other. Like, I have no control over that. Sorry, ladies. Not a makeup artist, just someone who loves makeup. And I love, not only do I love the confidence that it gives me, I also love that security of knowing that it is safe to use. I always hated that feeling of putting products on and going, oh gosh, I know this is bad for me, and I know that I shouldn't be using it, but I have to use something, and this performs. All right, so those are my brows, and Dr. Laura herself rocks a gorgeous eyebrow. And I know she fills in her brows and does a beautiful job. So our eyeshadows are preserved with 6 different plant extracts. And there are a lot of synthetic preservatives floating around in the marketplace and products, and those really should be avoided because of course, that nasty endocrine disruption. You know, and the secret to, and we're going to do eyeshadow in just a second, and the secret to eyeshadow is really to blend, which I'm going to show you. And there are no synthetic dyes in our products. Yes, great technique. Perfect technique, Dr. Laura. 10 for your technique. So there are no synthetic dyes, which are derived from coal tar used in our products ever. And rigorous testing of minerals is such a blessing, and I'm so grateful for Crunchy's high standards. So hopping in with our, as time passes, you lose hair. Yes, that's totally my line, Callie. As time passes, you lose hair where you want it, and you get it where you don't want it. Our entire lives as women is like a constant battle with our hair. It's totally true. All right, so I'm gonna go in with Champagne Pop, one of my absolute favorites. Hopefully you can see that color, one of my absolute favorite shades. And sometimes I use this as a highlight, but I'm actually gonna use this as an all-over base color for my eyelids tonight because I'm feeling frisky. All right, so I'm gonna grab our regular eyeshadow brush. So the number 7 is just sort of like an all-purpose, it's like kind of flat and wide, like an all-purpose brush. And it's great for working all over your eyelid. So remember, you can see, you wanna just make sure that all the creasing is gone, right? I have a beautiful smooth surface for my lids. Yay, Dr. Oh, that's right, I'm so glad you're loving Champagne Pop. This is my favorite shade, one of my favorite shades. You can use this highlighter, but tonight I'm using it all over my lid. And I'm gonna stop at my brow bone. I'm not gonna take it all the way up. Actually, yes, I am. Yes, I am gonna take it all the way up because in this case, I want to highlight all the way up to my eyebrow. So pretty, right? Now, you can stop right here with just a beautiful wash of color. And again, Champagne Pop is like pretty much my favorite shadow on the planet. But we're gonna do a little contouring because I do love a contour. And it's easy to do. So pretty, right? Now you can also highlight a little bit with Champagne Pop. You can take, this is our number 9 brush, which is kind of like a bigger fluffy brush, right? And I'm gonna do a little bit of subtle highlighting. So remember I did the bronzer here, blush above, and the subtle bit of highlighter from Champagne Pop. Again, double duty with your products. You're just gonna brush that on above the blush, right? So I'm doing double duty. Or the Champagne Pop, I should say, is doing double duty. All right, so we've got a really pretty little highlight going on there, and I'm gonna do other side to match. All right. And I just love that little pretty sheen. Okay, and you can also do it down your nose, you can do forehead, you can do frenulum, you can go crazy with it, or you can just leave it at that. So that's Champagne Pop. The next step is I'm gonna contour with one of my favorites, which is Allure. Now, if you have like lighter brown eyebrows, you can fill in with Allure. If you have blonde hair or like light or red hair, you can fill in with Tiki, and I'll show you what Tiki looks like. It's one of my favorite shades. This is perfect to fill in your brows. If you have like blonde hair or red hair, or even light brown hair, you can. For me personally, I love Allure and Faux Suede. So once again, I'm actually gonna take, this is our number 8 brush, and this is great for contouring. You can see that it's like small, stiff bristles, perfect for contouring with Allure. And this is such an easy shade to use. So pick it up, tap off the excess, and I'm gonna go in here, and you can see windshield wiper, like just back and forth motion, right? And less is more. So I apply it in the corner, and then I bring it across, and you don't want to go in too far, right? You just want to kind of keep that outer corner contour. Now, rule of thumb, don't extend past here, don't extend past here with your eyeshadow, okay? And when you're filling in your brows, the rule of thumb is create the arch right working through from your nose to the middle of your eyebrow, all right? So just quick little tip there. So this is gonna be a subtle contour, but you can actually beef it up. You can do a darker shade. You can add in a darker color in the corner, but I'm just gonna do a really pretty subtle contour. And again, the secret to eyeshadow is to blend. All right, so you can see I've got a really pretty little shade going on there. Just gonna darken up a little bit. All right, and then I'm going to take I love this number 9 brush, this loose, fluffy brush. And again, we're just gonna blend. I wanna bring it out of the crease. I was working in the crease, but I wanna bring it out of the crease, and I wanna just drag that shadow towards the outer corner of my eye. And you can see a really pretty, subtle contour. Guys, I'm all about subtle, right? Everyday subtle. So same thing, other eye, I'm gonna grab my contouring brush, the number 8, pick it up, tap off the excess, start in the corner, draw my line, and then just work in from the outer corner. And guys, stop me if you have questions. I don't get too fancy. Maybe this is fancy, but I don't get too fancy. I pretty much just do 2 shades most days. I don't really have a whole lot of time to go in with lots of different colors. I'm a busy lady. Hey, Hillary, welcome. Hey, Marcia. Love seeing all you ladies hopping on. So basically, again, I'm just working in the crease, tap off the excess, and I'm just building up the color, kind of working in towards the center. I don't go past the center. Okay, and then once again, I'm going to take my, yay, you made it, so glad. You can always go back and watch from the beginning if you'd like. And I'm just going to blend out towards the outer corner of my eye, just kind of dragging that shadow out of the crease. And that's it. Easy peasy, right? Now, if I want to do a third color, I could take a darker color, such as, for example, faux suede, like I did in my brows, and I would just take, once again, that little like number 8 crease brush, and I would just fill a little bit in the corner, and then once again take my fluffy brush and just blend out. But in this case, I'm happy with what I've got going on. So now I'm going to do a little bit of liner, and then mascara and gloss and go, and then we're done. All right, so I'm going to line, usually when I line my eyes, I do my upper lash line, and I will line either with Eclipse, which is our beautiful black, which makes for a gorgeous smoky eye, or I will line with faux suede. Those are like my 2 favorite shadows for liner. Again, you don't need a separate liner. When you line with crunchy eyeshadow, it stays all day. It's so amazing. So I'm going to grab our beautiful duo brush, right? The half brow brush, lash brush, and precision angled side. And I'm going to use Eclipse to line my eyes just because I love the look of Eclipse. I'm going to pick up some with the brush, always tapping off the excess. And I like to work from 1/3 of the way. I don't want to line all the way from the inner corner because I feel like that closes up my eyes. My eyes are pretty small and close set, unfortunately. So I do not want to line them all the way from the inside. All right. And you don't have to be precise, right? It doesn't have to be this like fine, thin line. I kind of like sort of like a thicker line. And then if you want to make it even thicker and bolder, you can wet the brush. You can apply it wet. It will stay wet or dry. It does not matter. You can even line your waterline. Sometimes I take what's left on the brush and I'll match a little bit on the bottom. I'll line the waterline. And that's just, and it will stay. It's not going to go anywhere. Now, if you want to do a little bit more, you can always take a little bit of that take a little bit of that Allure and dust it a little bit underneath just to kind of match underneath. I don't like to do that personally. I work really hard to get rid of the dark circles under my eyes. I feel like I don't want to add anything back in, even shadow, but you absolutely have that option. So I'm going to line the other eye. And same thing, like I just want to work from like 1/3 of the way out and then kind of just drag the shadow, the liner out towards the outer corner. You can get fancy with a cat eye. I don't typically. I'm 47. I have really heavy lidded hooded eyes, so I don't do that. I don't really do cat eyes at this point. But I love how that looks with the liner. And then again, you can take whatever is left on the brush and you can just line underneath your eye, kind of like right along the lash line. And again, just like stopping before you get too close. Just want to do like the outer corner. All right. So next thing is mascara. I love Crunchies mascara. I will admit, I will confess, I do have lash extensions. It's like my one thing that I do. But Crunchies mascara is amazing. I know Dr. Laura loves it. And it's got green tea fibers. It's great for your lashes. I used to use mascara that A, made my eyes burn, and B, like my lashes would literally start like crumbling from it. Like it just was not good for my lashes. And I knew that I had to find something better. And Crunchies is wonderful. I use the tip of the wand to get the most out of this mascara. The green tea fibers, you can really amp up your lashes. Did you address dark circles concealer in the beginning before I got on? Oh, yes, ma'am. Michelle, if you go back and watch from the beginning, I did a whole mini tutorial on dark circles. Oh, yes. So I will go in using the tip of the wand and I will coat my lower lashes because my upper lashes are taken care of with extensions. But you're going to laugh because me being me, I made my lash lady, who I love, greenwashed. Unfortunately, Savvy, those are greenwashed. One or two good ingredients, the rest are yucky. I've checked into both of those because ladies have asked me. Tarte is famous for greenwashing. They have like Amazonian clay in their foundation, what is Amazonian clay? It probably should stay in the Amazon. But yeah, one or two great ingredients and the rest are not good. So unfortunately, I can't even, there's not much good I can say about that. I really dislike products that are greenwashed because I feel like they're very deceptive to the consumer. Okay, so the mascara is amazing. Oh my gosh. You know what, guys? Join my client group if you'd like, because I am, look, Dr. Laura does an amazing job with educating on non-toxic and, products and oils, but, I'm happy to help you research products in particular. That's kind of like, I love doing that. I put on my little nerdy glasses and I research away. So I'm happy to help you research products if you don't have time to do it. I'm happy to say yes, no, avoid, safe to use. I actually have a whole toxin-free master list of great recommendations that you're welcome to check out for sure. So Bare Minerals, great question. Unfortunately, greenwashed. I truly wish it wasn't, but it is. And I have a lot of clients who switch from Bare Minerals to Crunchy, and they're very, very happy that they made the switch. I used to use Bare Minerals back in the day. Oh, thank you, Dr. Laura. I mean, you guys, Dr. Laura does such an amazing job in this group, and I'm happy to sort of fill in the the one or two things about makeup and helping with research on products and ingredients for sure. So thank you. All right, so we are almost done. We're gonna gloss it up and we're gonna wrap this up. So I chose, same with Cover, yeah, same with Cover FX. It's really, really unfortunate that these products choose to use these ingredients. And I'll tell you what's even more unfortunate. They're very expensive. They cost a lot of money. And the ingredients in them are incredibly cheap. So that's really what's totally important, unbelievable, is that, you have ingredients in the drugstore, which are still, they're not inexpensive, but they have a lot of nasty, cheap ingredients in them. And then you have ingredients even at like the high-end, like Sephora, Ulta, department stores, still filled with toxic, cheap ingredients. And you're paying for the multi-million-dollar ad campaigns that these multi-billion-dollar companies do. So that's what that is, unfortunately. And I wish it was different. So we're going to use Date Night, and I love our gloss so much because it's got that same wonderful scent that's in the vanilla planifolia extract. And this gloss is all kinds of wonderful. I don't really use lip balm anymore because the gloss is so hydrating. Oh my gosh, Dr. Laura, you are 100% right. It's just like purchasing essential oils from from Bed Bath & Beyond. It's like, or from Target. Totally. Price doesn't mean quality every time. Label reading gangsters. What? You guys are amazing and you get it. You completely get it. This is my favorite gloss. This is my favorite shade. But seriously, I'm in awe of Dr. Laura and Hillary, what you guys know. And I aspire to keep learning, educating myself so I can be a wonderful resource to all my friends and clients. Dr. Laura says, I'm obsessed with Date Night. I love this gloss. Yep. So it's incredible and hydrating. It stays on for a long time. It's not one of those glosses that's going to stand for 12 hours or 24 hours because guess what? Those are really toxic. And you know what? There's something so feminine and lovely about whipping one of these out of your handbag and throwing it on. Oh, thank you. So you guys, that is my complete makeup look. And again, no lip balm needed here because the lip gloss is just packed full of nourishing oils and ingredients and that wonderful heavenly scent. So my lips are hydrated and my face is done. I'm complete. A 6-minute face. Took longer because I was so chatty and there were questions. But thank you guys so much. Dr. Laura, thank you so much for having me on. I'm so sorry about the technical difficulties, but I'm so grateful that we made it work. So feel free, ladies, feel free to message me questions, post them under this video. Join my client group for makeup and beauty tips. Happy to research products for you and share with you what I know. This has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you. And again, one last quick thing. Crunchy.com/Lisa Davis. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm just here to answer your makeup needs because I really strongly believe that every woman deserves to know about safe makeup and deserves to wear the best on their face and just, use the best products imaginable. So thank you so much, you guys. Have a wonderful, you're so welcome, ladies. Thank you so much for having me on. Thank you, Dr. Laura. Thank you so much. Have a great night.